In 1988, John Candy attended a Kings hockey game in Los Angeles. The team's owner, Bruce McNall, had just added Wayne Gretzky to the roster, and John was invited to meet Wayne and Bruce after the game. That meeting eventually led to an unusual partnership. In 1991, Candy, McNall, and Gretzky bought the Toronto Argonauts of the Canadian Football League for $5 million. It was a dream come true for John, who cherished his memories of playing on the offensive line in high school.
He was our biggest fan, and literally, I mean, he loved the game and often joked about getting out there with the linemen. He loved the offensive linemen, loved the big guys, and wanted to be out there with them.
John devoted himself entirely to the Argos. He took a year off from his film career to help promote the team.
You know, you'd see movie stars here, you know, Wayne Gretzky, the great one, was right there, and a fan would come up to him on the other side, right? And he'd make that fan feel like they were the great one, that they were Wayne Gretzky, that they were a star in Hollywood.
He remained in Canada in the early 90s, shooting Canadian Bacon in Toronto and Cool Runnings in Calgary. The movie was a much-needed success for the actor, who was dumping large sums of money into the struggling Argos franchise. In 1994, he took the lead in a new comedy, Wagons East. Good friend Len Stewart spent a week with John on the set in Durango, Mexico, and noticed something wasn't right with the oversized actor.
During the course of that week, had a few anxiety attacks, we had thought, but was on time and worked hard during that week.
It was on the set of Wagons East that John learned Bruce McNall and Wayne Gretzky were planning to sell the Argos. It was a devastating blow for Candy, who had put so much of himself into the team.
He, you know, told me how hurt he was that they'd sold the team without talking to him first, and it was a junior person in the office that told him, and he was really, really hurt by that, because he was very fond of, you know, the Argonauts and felt that, you know, he could find a way to keep them going.
Shooting every day in the hot sun in Durango proved to be too much for the 330-pound star. On March 3rd, he made arrangements to fly back to Los Angeles to spend some time with his family. He made a late meal for his assistants and called his co-star Richard Lewis at midnight to discuss the day's scenes. It was the last call he would ever make. The following morning, John Candy was found dead by the caretaker of his rented house in Mexico. The cause of death was a massive heart attack. He was just 43 years old. John Candy's death came as a huge blow to fans and friends alike. In an industry of egos, John's big heart and generosity had touched everyone he met.
He just didn't want any of the BS, you know, and he's a very funny man. I miss him.
John was the greatest spirit I'd ever met in my life. I mean, just to spend time with him were more laughs than anyone can imagine.
Everything that he played, he generally portrayed such a humanistic side that it was like losing a family member. I mean, I'm sure it was like that to a lot of people.
2 weeks after Candy's death, a memorial service was held at St. Basil's Church in Toronto, the same church John and Rose were married in 1979. More than 600 fans, friends, and colleagues attended, including many of John's SCTV co-stars.
Well, it's still going to be hard to walk in there and not see John, and not, yes, it's going to take a while.
Sorry. Dear Mrs. Candy, whatever you did to deserve this child, God bless you and thank you.
John Candy was often called a gentle giant, a shy performer who wore his heart on his sleeve. In his short life, he managed to live out his childhood dreams, in performance, in sport, with fans, with friends and family, inspiring many others along the way.
It's great to see somebody that somebody can look up to and hopefully follow in those footsteps. He really carved a path, I think, for a lot of Canadian performers, for performers everywhere. He was certainly very well known.
He had so much more left in him. And he was a good man. He was a kind man. He was fine, and he's a good friend to a lot of people. And I count myself lucky as being one of them. And anybody who is in the entertainment industry who became friends with him says the same thing.